Susul. Welcome to Under the Plumbob Podcast. It's Team Cowplant. We are a podcast where, look, hi guys, welcome back. It's episode like 95. It's not. It's like 59 of of the podcast, and we're gonna talk about some stuff with our people. Hi, I'm Vanity,
I'm Ava.
and it's
Julia. I don't know.
I like that you sung it with me. Like I sung the beginning of the intro of this. It made me happy. All right.
I was just feeling it.
Welcome to the episode, guys. This is Team Cowplant. We're gonna talk about some stuff today, mainly fantasy builds. You know, those cool things you see that you could never do yourself. Those ones.
Yeah, the ones that make you look, when you look at it, just make you go, "Oh God, why can't I build like that? Why can't I be that talented? Oh God!" And then you just cry and eat a half a tub of ice cream. Oh, sorry, is that just me? My bad.
Oh my gosh! Side note, guys. Tangent number one, kinda, sorta. Because I was preparing for my trip that got canceled. We're not going to talk about it. But I found out that if I take lactate pills, I can eat ice cream. I've been eating ice cream every single day.
I told you.
Well, I didn't know that they would work, okay? And I was nervous. I didn't want to vomit.
And now you tested them, and now you know. Now ice cream.
Because my favorite ice cream is Bluebell's Cookie Two-Step. It's amazing. If you're not from Texas or get Bluebell shipped, I don't know if they ship outside of like Texas, probably, but Bluebell is like Texas royalty ice cream. It's amazing. And Cookie Two-Step.
Isn't that the ice cream that woman licked once in the store?
Yeah.
Made a video of it.
Yeah.
Licking the ice cream.
And Bluebell went ham sandwich on her.
Well, wouldn't you? Because gross.
Yeah. So, anyway, so Cookie Two-Step is vanilla ice cream, but it's cookies and cream ice cream and cookie dough ice cream squished together.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Okay, so I'm going to come visit you.
Yes. It's my favorite.
Visit you in Texas. You can buy me or introduce me to the Cookie Two-Step.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the best. It's the best, guys. If you have never had it, have it. I don't know if they can ship it. Try Amazon, but you know, I mean, if you live in the States, I don't think they can ship it like overseas. I
don't think so.
It'd be melted, but it's great. Anywho, so nothing to do with ice cream and everything to do with fantasy builds.
I don't know. I'm fantasizing about that ice cream right now.
It's so good. And I bought waffle cones so I could eat it in a cone.
Wow.
Guys, it's been great. It's been my dinner for the last 2 days. I'm eating my feelings because my trip was canceled. So I'm not going to have gelato.
You deserve it.
So I'm eating Cookie Two-Step to, you know,
ease the pain.
Ease the pain of gelato. All right. So, fantasy builds. This is basically, we have some people that you probably know, like, that do the amazing builds, but what spurred this on was we saw an Alice in Wonderland fantasy build. That's what started this whole, like, idea to do an episode about it. I hope you guys know what Alice in Wonderland is. If you don't, take a second, reevaluate your life choices.
Yeah, and then explain yourself, because how dare you? That book is amazing. Those books are amazing. There are 2 books, actually. Yeah, just saying.
And, I mean, dear Lord, there are, like, 2 movies.
Or we don't talk about those.
Really?
We don't talk about those.
Well, the Tim Burton movie is what me realize that I have I can't watch 3D movies.
Don't talk to me about that atrocity.
What? Not a fan?
I'm still upset. Still upset.
I can feel the anger. Why are you upset? Why don't you like it?
Because it's a terrible movie.
What? Except for all the weird 3D movements, I liked it when I watched it in 2D.
Look, if you're gonna make an Alice in Wonderland, then maybe call your Wonderland actual Wonderland instead of fucking Underland. What is up with... No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna go into it. No, it's not gonna happen. We're not gonna do that today. We're here to talk about Sims. My blood pressure can't take this. I haven't been outside in a week.
I don't think I realized that.
I didn't even react to that because in Swedish it's called Underland. So I was like, sure thing. Yeah.
Ooh,
sorry, Ava.
See, Ava? See, Ava? Look at that. Maybe they're just being authentic.
No, they're not, because it wasn't written in Swedish.
No.
It was written in English.
It
They're
wasn't
just,
written in Swedish.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
I have feelings about this movie. I could fill an entire episode with my feelings on this movie. We're not going to do that. We're here to talk about the builds. That's what we're here to talk about.
I thought this was a movie review podcast. Sorry, I'm not recording. I'm just gonna skedaddle.
I still want to do that movie review podcast. But
I do
look,
too.
I've been editing that episode for our Patreons, our After Dark episode, where Caitlin, Melissa, and I talk about the latest Star Wars fiasco. And every time I listen back to it, I just get angry again. So this past week or so has not been good for my blood pressure, so let's not get into this.
Okay. Let's talk about builds.
That movie makes me angry. Yeah, let's talk about builds. That's why Julia's here, because she actually knows shit about builds that Vanity and I don't. You know, she knows more than just box with roof.
Let's not pretend.
Yeah, this amalgam of rooms like I do. Whatever.
That was all of those things.
Okay, so anyway, back to fantasy builds.
Yep.
And not Cats in Heat. Ooh, that's a movie review. Still haven't seen it.
Still would be better than that Cats movie.
Still haven't seen it.
Oh my god, that's the sequel, Cats in Heat. Porno, that's the porno title.
Oh god, I can never watch it. I don't like furries. Oh. Okay. Anywho, fantasy builds and not about the cats, or the Cats musical, or a fantasy build involving the Cats musical world. Ooh, I would wonder if people can do that though. Like make a little fantasy, like somebody could do that. If you are able to do fantasy builds, do like the cats, like one of the scenes in Cats, but without the actual cats in them, or just use the sim cats, just like the cats that are in The Sims.
Oh. Yes,
please don't try to recreate the actual movie Cats, because that is nightmare fuel. Please do not.
Just use the pets.
Do not.
I'm just imagining little random cats in the scene, but just the pets. I don't know, that tickles me so much, but it does. Anyway. Okay. Fantasy builds. So Alice in Wonderland. If you haven't seen it, apparently don't watch the movies according to Ava, even though I like the movie with the Tim Burton version. I even liked the cartoon version back in the day.
Look, the Disney cartoon is amazing and fantastic, and I love it. That Tim Burton monstrosity is just no. Just no.
Okay. Well. Oh, hot takes. All right. So
yeah, if you want to hear me rant about that, join our Patreon. Maybe we'll do an After Dark episode about it. You can hear me express my feelings in a polite and quiet manner that won't be detrimental to my health.
We should just do an After Dark episode of us ranting about how they butcher books when turning them into movies.
Oh God, yeah,
can't we? At you, Sister of the Traveling Pants.
Oh my God, feelings.
I'm looking at you, Harry Potter. I love you, Harry Potter movies. I love the books.
Dare you? Ginny is such a fantastic character. What did you do to her?
Look, I love the movies.
Her personality and threw her in a movie.
The movies are great by themselves, but don't compare them to the books, because dear God, you're going to get annoyed.
No. Yeah, just movie Harry Potter universe and book Harry Potter universe. Just those are two completely different experiences. and I can't. If I'm in the mood for the movies, I'll watch the movies. But if I want some more in-depth and more well-rounded characters, I'll read the books.
Preach.
But do you know what's in both the movie and the books?
Well, definitely isn't Pete. Oh yeah, look at Julia pulling us back on track, man. You should be.
Wait, what'd she say it was?
Cowplant fantasy.
Look at you being our train conductor, getting us right back on track. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, it has a point, though. We're talking about fantasy builds.
It does have a point. There is. Oh gosh, can somebody look that up? Who did the Hogwarts?
I think that was also Sadie Sims.
Was that Sadie Sims?
I think so. Not sure.
The bombest diggity.
Usually, when I see this build that just looks like just fucking magic, it's usually Sadie Sims. Because when I saw her, like her Dalaran build and her all of her World of Warcraft. How do you do this?
So
that was definitely World of Warcraft.
While she looks up who did the Hogwarts build, which was amazing, it like almost brought tears to my eyes.
So good.
So the original challenge that we were going to do was using the resize tool to make like cool effects in your builds. You know, like in Alice in Wonderland, where eat this, drink me, and eat me, did smaller and bigger thing or whatever. Kind of like that. I tried this because I wanted to resize things. And it was funny for a second, but then you realize that your house has to be massive if you're going to like resize your stuff in there, and you can't use them correctly. Like if you resize your chair, your sim will not sit on it. If you resize your like you can resize your TV and I think they'll still use it, but like other stuff you can't, and it's annoying. Apparently, according to Julia, who's researching our Hogwarts builds, there's too many.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt your talking there, so I just typed it. But yeah, I found one that is pretty good, I guess. But I don't know, maybe some hardcore Harry Potter fan can like look it up instead of me. But it's this girl named Hatsy on YouTube who built a Hogwarts in 2016, and it is massive. It's a 2-parter, and they're both like 30 minutes long. And it's beautiful. But I don't know if that's the one you're talking about.
Well,
it was made by people who know what the hell they're doing.
It was recent. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like recent that they did it when Roman Magic first came out.
Okay. I'm gonna dive back in.
That was last year, though.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't like 2016. It was like end of last year, like 2019.
True.
Anywho,
yeah, it looks pretty, but it's not functional.
Yeah, that's the big problem. Like everything looks cool, except you just can't actually use it, and it's like, okay. So I mean, I just have it sitting in the corner of my game. Like, what am I going to do with it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what am I going to do with this giant lamp that reaches to my ceiling?
Or a tiny lamp. What are you going to do with that?
Lamp.
But it was cool.
It only lights up one corner of my house. I don't know why. I got this. It's dumb. No, it's not true.
It lights up my toe.
my grandma. Remember Grandma Gerbil? She's
much
better.
Yeah, I'm glad your grandma's doing well.
She bought me a lamp. A stained glass cat-shaped lamp, and it is the greatest thing, and I adore it.
I think that's awesome. I'm glad. I still want to know about how I still need to taste this like gerbil soup. It's gerbil. I get it. Still want to taste it.
If I can find, I will try to bring the dry ingredients with me if I come visit you, and if I can find the rest, I will try to make it for you.
Yay! I mean, isn't it just cilantro?
No, no.
Oh God, here we go again.
You don't put coriander in. No. It's gonna make the soup taste like soap.
Okay, so it wasn't cilantro. When I looked up what chervil was, it said it was cilantro. Oh
It's
no.
not.
I feel like there was a whole rant about cilantro that was in an episode that we cut out, and I just need you to know that I'm not trying to bring it back. It's like Marissa and her sharks.
We have feelings, so just coriander tastes like soap.
I love it.
I don't know why people
Stop.
I also love cilantro.
I have no respect
Melissa,
for
back
people
me
who
up
doesn't
here.
like coriander or cilantro or whatever you want to call it. None.
I don't like that you're calling it coriander. Coriander is like a seed. Oh god, here we go again. Okay, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to do this.
Nope.
It's nope. Nope.
Join
Nope.
our Patreon if you have strong emotions about cilantro.
It makes your food taste like dirty dishwater.
Yeah, if you join our Patreon, there is the unedited version of the episode that we had the cilantro rant on, and you're welcome. Okay, back to this. All right,
Yes,
so
choo-choo.
we're not going to choo-choo about cilantro again. It's not going to happen. All right, so Julia, you have built some fantasy builds, and Ava, you did an Alice in Wonderland build?
Yes, I did do an Alice in Wonderland build, and Julia was my build buddy / sensei for that particular episode. So she taught me all the tips and tricks on how to manipulate your furniture and your items to make them bigger, smaller, easier to place, stuff like that. I think she taught me pretty well. I was quite happy with the end result. I mean, it's not going to come anywhere near, the likes of Sati Sims and what have you. But I was pretty happy with it.
You made a beautiful garden, mind you.
I did. I do like that garden.
Yeah, it was very much like I imagined. What's his name? The writer. I have it right here. Yeah. I was about to call him something else. But I think it's very much what he would have imagined. I do believe.
That's so sweet. Thank you. Well, we did everything. I made like a little rabbit hole downstairs with like the giant table and the giant chairs and like the little cupcakes on them.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, cup and cakes.
You used the show hidden objects sheet for that one.
Yeah, show hidden objects and then some stuff to make it like float in the air.
That
was handy too. And then the upstairs, like above ground, it's a maze. It's a maze, labyrinth, maze with a mad tea party in the center. So we were quite productive.
Amazing. It's in the gallery.
I see what you did there.
Well, sorry.
It was amazing. I see what you did there. It's amazing.
Unintended pun. Here we go. Woo.
It's called Alice's Wonderland. If you want to check it out, it's on the gallery. It's by Jade506. And it should have our Under the Plumbob. Yeah, it's got the Under the Plumbob, Team Cowplant and Team Hydrate and Horses for Vanity hashtag in it. But it does come with a disclaimer: decorative only, cannot be lived in, because literally cannot be lived in. You don't have usable furniture.
On a side tangent about Horses for Vanity, have you guys seen that they're thinking about the next pack? Like, everybody thinks the next pack is going to be a farm pack, and I'm going to lose my shit.
God, I hope so.
If it's a farm pack and there are horses, I need y'all to know you will hear my screams around the world.
Oh, I'm anticipating it.
Like, all corners of the universe is going to hear me screaming, horses!
I really, really hope so, because I did the Twitch stream yesterday with Caitlin, and we went back to Sims 3 for that. And I forgot how great it is to just be walking down the street, and all of a sudden there's a little baby horse there in front of you, and you just want to pet the horse.
I just really liked making my horse go through all of the, little horse training things, and then you become like a cool, like, all-star equestrian, and horses.
Yep. Horses are great. They're pretty great. All right,
that's been horse talk with Vanity. So back to builds. All right, now let's talk about builds that we didn't do. Um, can we talk about the holy grail that is Sati Sim?
Mm-hmm.
Does she have a he do they have a like an outside job? Do they and not like in a shade way, but like more so like how the fuck do you do this? Like this has to be
Magic.
your job.
Magic and blood sacrifice. There's
I
no
mean,
other.
you have to call it a crossroads demon or something. Like, what did you do?
According to her YouTube page, I think this is Satisim. I don't know if it's. Well, I don't know if it's really her. Okay, I'm gonna say it's her. But according to her YouTube, she is 24 years old and lives in Germany.
It's Germans, man.
Mm-hmm.
They can do shit.
They can do shit. Gosh darn it. But she does create the most insane fantasy builds. Like stuff from World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I heard Dalaran still knocks me
Uh-huh.
over. Every time I see it, I'm just like, God damn!
It tickles me.
So I my ex used to play WoW. I did not play WoW. I played Ion, and Guild Wars, but I not
we
play.
need to talk about Ion.
Yeah,
Remind
does
me
that
of
game
that.
still exist?
I think it does. I'm not sure. I still have it. Like I have the discs.
I don't
Still.
anymore because it was a casualty of my breakup. So I don't have the discs anymore, or like the computer that I played it on. So, but I would love to play it. The game was so much fun.
Look, I'm gonna look into whether or not it still exists and if you can still play it, and then I will let you know, and then maybe we can play together.
Oh yay! Yay! Okay, so
Maybe we can stream that then at some point.
we should. Oh, the game was so much fun, especially when you got your wings.
Okay. So much fun.
Okay, so I never played WoW, but the worlds are all kind of the same. Like you kind of can get what they're talking. So that, and I looked at that whenever I don't know who posted it that she did it, but I was like, whoa, how do you? I mean, like it's so intricate, and like, I would love to talk with her and like have her on an episode. Hey, girl, hey, and just ask her process. Like, how long does this take? Like, do you take breaks? Is there like an infusion of caffeine in your body? Like, how do you get this idea? Do you have a picture in the corner that you're just like looking at? Like, give me, how do you do this? And can you make me a Hogwarts if you haven't already?
Can you make me a Hogwarts? Is that the new hashtag? Hashtag Hogwarts for vanity?
Yes. Ooh! Or, better yet, a Ravenclaw common room.
I would love that.
Hashtag Ravenclaw common room.
For vanity.
No, seriously, like if you don't want to make me a full Hogwarts, that's fine. But the common room of Ravenclaw would be soups great because everybody always like thinks of Gryffindor and Slytherin. I'm like, no. Ravenclaw needs love too.
Give me Ravenclaw Tower.
So, yeah. Anywho, so, but she has done. Is it a she?
I'm just gonna assume because on the picture there's like a cartoon. Oh, I'm just assuming from the YouTube channel, but it's a cartoon of a woman, so I'm just gonna assume she's a lady.
Like
that's
it literally,
how binary I am.
It literally does just like. I just keep calling her a she, and if I am misgendering you, I am so sorry, but it just kind of like Sati Sim and she just go together for me, and I don't know why, and I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try not to do it, but it's really hard. Okay, so their builds are amazing, but I don't know because
I think it's a woman.
Oh, thank God!
Also, from her Patreon page, she has a female sim as like profile picture. So I'm like huge assumptions.
We're just gonna make some assumptions. And we're sorry because we're assholes. All right, so she does great stuff, and I'm pretty sure she's on the gallery as Sati Sim, right?
Yes.
Okay, and she has a Patreon. which is probably her name as well. Patreon, which is probably her name as well. And then she also, has a YouTube. And I don't ever watch the tubes of you for sim builds because I can't. But
Why not?
I don't know. I just, it doesn't, I hate, it's going to sound so shitty and I'm going to say it. I hate YouTubers.
I'm
I
kidding.
hate
I'm not a YouTuber.
I hate the, hi guys, it's welcome to my channel. And we're going to do, I can't. I fucking can't.
But what
And-
about like speed builds where they don't talk and just like some nice low beat techno music? I don't know.
I'm too worried about the after product as opposed to how you get there. I don't care how you got there, just show me it.
Okay.
But I'm not a builder, so that's why that part doesn't.
It doesn't tickle you.
No, it doesn't tickle my pickle.
I see.
And thanks for the love of tubes of you instead of YouTubes. Okay. So, however, I kind of want to follow her on YouTube just so that I can see all the things. I want to just be up to date on all the things she's built. Just I want to look at them, but I want to see the end products. I'm gonna skip all the way to the end as and see what it looks like. Like I just want to know what it looks like at the end. Okay. So there's also like so many like fantasy builders out there, and I don't understand. So on EA, there's 10 awesome fan made houses, and somebody did like. Let's take a minute and not just talk about Sims 4 because Sims 3 had some amazing houses on the gallery that I feel like people just forget about because they're all about Sims 4.
I never downloaded.
If anyone downloaded a lot of houses back in the day, you'll know Ruthless KK.
Ooh, Ruthless KK. I never looked at the names. Like that's horrible on my end.
An amazing builder.
Wow.
I still have some of her builds that I always use in Sims 3. She was so good.
So the thing I loved about Sims 3 was that whatever they put in the gallery, you can just download it.
CC and all. Virus and all.
Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. But like I remember because one person made their whole. It was like a mansion with a moat around it, and it was super cool. And it was before I realized I hated more than one-story houses because I hate my Sims walking upstairs. But it had all of the plants, including like the cheese tree and the money tree and shit like that. And then it had all of this cool stuff on the inside. And when I downloaded it, it was all still there. And I know some of that crap was not like it's not a base game or anything like that. But I don't think Sims 3 cared about that. Or am I mistaken?
I don't think
no. You're not wrong.
Like Sims 3 is like, oh fuck it, put it in your game. Now it's
right?
like you don't have it.
It was so buggy anyway.
Well, no, it's that like if you didn't have the pack that it was from, it would get replaced with something else. Usually, like a little model train.
Oh
or like
my god,
a little model train on it. I can't remember, but that was.
Look, Sims 4 is like, fuck it. You don't have the pack. You're gonna have no toilets. You don't have the pack. You're not gonna have any doors. Like,
what is that? What's happening? I don't know. I have so many packs. I've just been when you don't have like a stool or something. It's just a regular basic chair or stool. But I thought they replaced everything, but they don't.
No, they don't. Like one time, I was trying to figure out why my sim was kept like not going to the bathroom, and they're like screaming at me, and I'm like, I told you to go. It's because there's no door to the bathroom.
Oh.
Another time there was no toilet in the bathroom because I didn't have the toilet. So yeah. If you're gonna download any of these fantasy builds for your game, which I don't think any of them are playable.
Really?
I don't know. Or
I'm not sure
about
I'm honestly gonna say I've never tried to download them Because I'm always afraid that my game is going to explode if I do.
Can we talk about on the link that you sent, Julia, the Gingerbread Coffee House 2? I don't know who built that because it's in Spanish, but that house is terrifying, guys. There's this ginormous gingerbread man with eyeballs and a mouth behind the coffee house. And could you imagine driving by that in real life? I would shit myself.
Excuse me, y'all ever seen Shrek 2? He was a true hero.
I don't care. He wasn't the size of like.
He was enormous.
You are correct.
Because of magic and a baker, and he got so big, and he was so brave. Sorry.
He took one for the team. He went down for love.
But then he did sing in the moat, so I guess he was fine.
I guess he was.
Y'all are cracking me up. Oh man, I haven't seen Shrek 2 or anything like that in a while.
Well, it's beautiful, and you should watch it.
Melissa's singing the song in the comments, and I can't.
Gingy forever. That's true. That's I want that hashtag, please.
Yep. Gingy forever.
Yeah.
Gingy for Julia.
Please. Gingy for Julia.
I'm for Julia. Oh boy. Alright, so there's also
look, even the little one was a trooper. He got his legs broken.
He got his legs broken.
That was in Shrek 1.
He did. I remember this. Not my gumdrop buttons.
And then he had a little candy cane for a cane.
They put frosting on his legs to patch them together.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn.
You can say what you want about Shrek. It hasn't aged well.
What? Oh, I haven't watched it in a while.
Goddamn, the details in those movies are amazing. And I'm going to be frank. The only ones that matter for me are Shrek 1 and 2. After that, I'm kind of like, pushing it.
Mm-hmm. I just like that song when they were first go to the town. Is like, shine your shoes, wash your face.
Was it and keep off the grass, shine your shoes, wash your face.
It's my favorite.
It's a perfect town. Oh my god.
That movie was great, okay?
Place.
Also, in the Johnny Depp version of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
No.
We don't talk about that either.
Look, I love that movie because he is so creepy with his giant teeth, and it makes me so.
Not supposed to be.
It makes me so happy because he's so creepy.
No, Gene Wilder was the only Willy Wonka.
He was creepy too.
But he was creepy in a good way, not creepy in a
that boat scene. That was not creepy in a good way.
That was so good.
That boat scene was terrifying.
Kind of sad they didn't do that in the new one, but then again, I don't think Depp would have been able to handle that. Look, he's not very good at subtle, okay? He can't do subtle, and that's the thing about the boat scene. It started slow and eerie and subtle, and then it just, went from it. I can't explain it. It's just so good. I don't think Depp had the nuance for that. Personally, I'm not a big fan, but whatevs. We are gonna have to do that movie podcast because Jesus.
We are because we've got feelings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Melissa, are you with me? Under the popcorn. Let's make it happen.
Oh my god, I love that.
Under the popcorn. Okay, so I like my popcorn with lots and lots of salt. I want my lips to be wrinkly when I eat my popcorn at movie theaters. So, I want to go to the movie, but I feel like I shouldn't.
No, don't. I want to go swimming, but let's not.
Swimming? Is it hot?
No, but in a bathhouse.
Our pools are closed.
Yeah.
Our pools are closed. The shops are closed. Like any non-essential shops are closed.
Oh.
Over the weekend. They're only open during the week. supermarkets stay open and like apothecaries and stuff, all restaurants, all cafes, all that kind of stuff closed, except for hotels. Hotels can stay open, which sucks because people keep canceling their reservations, but because they have not been forced to close, the hotels have to give people their money back because they can't. We call it overmacht. I don't know what you call it in English, but it's kind of like, because they're not forced to close, they can't claim that it's something else that's, I need the word. It's not something else that's forcing them to close, so they have to give the money back, which basically means that they're losing all their income.
That
Same
sucks.
here.
And they can't claim damages.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Also,
I really want some
can you
tacos, but I don't
stop?
want to go to the root things. Go ahead.
Can people stop hoarding shit? Please?
I would love that.
Yes, please.
Because it's getting ridiculous. I went to the supermarkets. The potatoes were gone. Pasta,
potatoes?
rice, any like canned or bottled sauces, bread. Like, people, it's okay. I mean, it's a pandemic. Sure, it's kind of scary, but you're not, like, the supply chains are not cut off.
Also,
they're keeping those open.
Also, bread's not going to last you more than like a couple of days.
Yeah. Also, who are these fuckers hoarding toilet paper? How long do you do with a pack of toilet roll? Like, if you take a 12 pack of toilet roll, does that really last you less than a week? How much do you shit?
I didn't know this virus would cause people to have massive amounts of dumps, but apparently it is.
I saw someone post that on, I think it was either Twitter or Facebook. I'm not going to take the credit for it. Someone said, like, look, why are you hoarding toilet paper? The virus makes you sneeze, not shit. It's Corona, not Chipotle.
I love Chipotle. Okay.
That's funny.
Side note, back on track. That was Corona Corner. We're all a little salty and we're all a little scared. Stay safe. Fucking cover your mouth and wash your hands.
Please cough into your elbow, not in someone's face.
And don't go anywhere if you don't have to. Really, it's not that important. Fucking
yeah,
A.
you know what? Because they closed all the restaurants and shops here, you know what people have been doing? They've been hopping across the border to go into the Netherlands and France, where those restrictions aren't. And they've been just, going to restaurants and shopping there. It was like, you fuckers, our local economy, our local restaurants and pubs are closed and are suffering, are taking damage, and you're just going to hop across the border to do the exact thing that you're not supposed to do. Go get the germs from abroad and bring them back in. And it's just...
Okay.
I hate people. Anyway.
Same. That's why isolation is great. Okay, so we have also, side note, back on track, back on the train. All right.
You too.
Don't worry, our train has hand sanitizer. So there are floating houses and underwater builds. Look, I don't exactly know what a floating house is. I don't know how it floats. Like, what do you mean by a floating house? Is it floating on the water?
Maybe floating in the air?
I was thinking floating in the air, but I'm like, how the fuck does that work? Like, how'd you get a floating in the air house? Explain.
So you build
up high foundations and then take them down, is what I'm guessing?
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
A two-story house, remove the first floor. You have stairs to the second floor, and then you have floating house.
But if you remove the first floor, it doesn't, like, say, error.
No, it's not like in Sims 1.
Whoa,
I remember there was a way to do that into like Sims 2 and 3 as well, but with pillars. You put down some pillars and then built the floor on top of that, and then you used the move objects on cheat and knock down the pillars.
Yep. I did that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So there's also in this list that I sent y'all, the Flying Dream Home, and they did a 3-story house, I guess, because they have stairs to a tiny platform and then stairs to the actual house, which is on like a terrain of rocks, and it's beautiful. And so I guess you do 3-story houses, and then kind of you can play around a little if that's what you're into. Also, just download the houses if you're not into that. It's no problem.
I'm a downloader myself. I mean, I kind of want to download a floating house now just so I can see. I just want to have it in my game. It's playable too, right?
Yep. I can do a hashtag come at me, brah. I have put one in the gallery. I don't remember its name though, but it's something flying house. I think I used the Under the Plumbob.
Okay, I will search for this once we finish this episode. I really want it now. I want a floating house.
I made
know
it
where I'm gonna put it.
Realm of Magic came out, I think. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, my spellcaster can have a floating house. Could do magic with the magic. He has magic. Expelliarmus! My roommate's boyfriend has never seen Harry Potter ever, and I'm offended. So we're watching all the movies, and we're up to Chamber of Secrets right now because we have to do it in pieces because those movies are very long. So we're halfway through Chamber of Secrets, and he's into it though. He's never read the books either, so he's totally fine with just. It's weird to me because I'm listening to the audiobooks right now, the Stephen Fry version. So re-listening to those and then watching the movie, I'm like, oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's oh. But it's fine.
Yeah, the Stephen Fry audiobooks are great.
They're amazing.
So
I love
good.
them. Because Jim Dale says Hermione wrong and I hate it. Harry does her voice wrong and I hate the way he does it, but we're not going to talk about that.
No.
He goes, Harry! Every time she talks. And I'm like, why does she sound like that? I hate you.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's the worst. Anywho. All right. So we also have underwater builds. Julia, did you do any underwater builds?
I've done one. It was not particularly good, but I've seen. I mean, it did the thing. It looked nice. I think it's called like fantasy underwater home or something. It's when you build a basement and then put your Sims there and then build a pool around it and then use move objects on to put trees and stuff in the water. It's you can really play around with it. It's really fun.
Oh, so this person here, in that link you sent, the Flying Dream Home, I don't know who it's by because none of this is in English, but it looks fucking cool.
Right? It looks really,
like,
really
we have
well
to we'll put like a link to this, so you can see it, but it looks so cool, and I want one in my home, in my Sims homes, like now. This gnome one is hilarious. It's a Mount Gnomemore, like Mount Rushmore, but it's gnomes instead, and it is great. But this floating house is so freaking cool. I mean, I can't imagine like you're going to be late for work all the time trying to get your ass down from those stairs, but
like I used to do that in Sims 1 when I did the floating houses with the pillars, and then I built a maze under it so they never got to the carpool in time.
I mean, I feel so you like sabotage them on purpose?
Yes. Didn't we all go?
Look, my favorite was building a pool and taking all the ladders out, and I'm like, ha! Watch you drown. Or, because Sims 1, like, those deaths were tragic. Like, having them starve to death in Sims 1, they just got skinnier and skinnier and started walking slower and slower until they just, like, laid down and died.
What? Did we play the same? Okay, so the creator of the Flying Dream Home, is Simstruction. And it is popular.
It is. It's super cool. Wait, that never happened to you in Sims 1, by the way?
That they got skinny? No.
Yeah, they would, like, get super skinny because they were not eating, because they had no foods. And then they would start walking super slow, and then they would just die.
What? Ava, did this happen to you?
Did what happen?
The Sims got skinny and slow and sad and then die.
In which one?
Sims 1.
Sims 1. When you would starve them, they would start like getting like skinnier, and then they would just like lay down and die.
I know they didn't get skinnier because you didn't have different body types.
Well, no, they did. They got like not like drastically skinnier, but you can tell they were like hungry.
What? I didn't notice that. But usually when I starved them, they were in like a little 1-by-1 room, so...
Oh, I starved them a lot. I did this a lot. So...
No, I never noticed that.
Which makes me sound horrible. But yeah, I starved them quite a bit. And they started walking really slow, and then they would just like sit down.
I have a question for you both, because you're not builders, but if you were, what kind of fantasy build would you want to create? Like from a book, from a movie, from whatever?
Bell's Library.
Oh. I think you
Yes,
should do
that's a good one. I mean, Ravenclaw Common Room, obviously.
Yes.
Or I don't know. I would really like to do some kind of castle in the sky or something.
Mm-hmm.
Or like, have you guys seen His Dark Materials?
Just the movie or
The TV show?
Gold Compass? Nope.
Okay, well,
No.
even in the Golden Compass, you know how they have like different like worlds and stuff because they can pass through things. Like I would want to do something like that. Like I don't know, some kind of big like with giant polar bears and.
Oh, I love the polar bears.
Me too.
Because it was Ian McKellen.
Never seen it. Sorry.
You never seen Golden Compass either?
No.
What? It was a great movie until the Christians came and said, "We don't like this. It makes fun of Jesus."
What?
Yeah, because it's very anti-religion.
It's not even anti-religion, really. It's more so like just showing you like everything has its faults and stuff like that, and it kind of just shows all of that, and people were not for it. So they made it so that it never got any more sequels. But then they made His Dark Materials, which is a TV show, and the BBC did it, and BBC was like, "We don't give a shit." So.
As they should. Yeah, good.
Because the Golden Compass was made by an American corporate company. I forgot who did it, but the TV show was done by the BBC. As Mr. Tumnus in it, James McAvoy.
I know who he is now.
I know you do.
He is daddy in the TV show, though. Like I watched the trailer.
Yeah, he pretty. He pretty no matter what he does, so it's okay. All right, so we were talking about these builds for a minute with quite a bit of tangents in the middle because that's how we roll. Let's see what else. If you could do an underwater build, like if you didn't have to, like, I mean, I want like a full on like underwater house, like with the like Sandy's house and SpongeBob.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has somebody done that? I want that house.
I don't know.
That'd be cool.
A little bubble.
Yeah, like completely submerged.
Yes. And I like Sandy because she's from Texas. It makes me happy.
I never watched SpongeBob in English.
Huh?
I've never seen a full episode of SpongeBob.
I haven't in years, but you said SpongeBob is not in English? What did you just say?
I haven't seen it in English. I've only seen it in Swedish. No child.
Is Texas, no matter what language you're talking?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I guess in Swedish at least.
In Sweden.
I guess you wouldn't get the accent though.
No.
There's not an accent on Texas.
No, you wouldn't get her Texas accent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I was wondering, like, because, like, you know, you have Tejas, which is...
What?
Tejas is Texas. Let me say Texan.
Ah.
In Espanol.
Espanol.
Because there's no X's.
Oh.
Well, there are X's, but not that sound.
I see.
Anyway, I just wonder that because sometimes, like, you know, we have letters that don't make sense. Like, same thing with Sweden. Like Swedish, y'all have letters that I'm like,
Yeah, like why is there an accent there? What does it do? I don't understand.
Are you talking about the extra letters we have in our alphabet?
That, and you guys have a lot of consonants pushed together with no vowels in between, which means I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
Like if there are like all of our words, it has to be a vowel somewhere so we know what to say. If there are no vowels, I'm like, oh.
I'm just gonna like fend for my country and my language. But have you guys seen Welsh?
Yes.
That is
Yes, that's also another problem. There's, again, a slew of consonants and no vowels.
it is true. Also,
Look, we have this stupid regulations with like a D or a T or a DT at the end of words.
Yeah,
So
see,
I'm not gonna talk.
DT? I wouldn't know how to say that. What?
Yeah.
Dit?
No, it's like if you say like I danced, right?
Uh-huh.
That last sound. So that could be either a D, a T, or a DT, depending on who says it and in what time.
Ooh, that's complicated.
Wow.
Like, I danced is
Yeah.
because danced is past tense.
And on what letter the word ends as well, like the verb or the noun, depending on which letter it ends with, it could be a D or a T. So yeah,
boy, I love language.
Belgian linguistics there for you.
I love it.
Complicated. It's complicated.
I mean, so is English. Like, if you you can run and run.
Yep,
Oh, that's true.
So it's fine. I get it. Like, all of our languages are stupid. I before E except after C, except for certain cases when that doesn't actually work. Like, that rule only works majority of the time. They're all little words that don't make sense. Fucking languages are stupid, and it's when I was taking my classes, I could teach English in Korea. That's when I realized all the rules that we have that we don't actually talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are a lot of rules in the English language, and probably in each of one of your main languages that you never learn. You just know because it's how everybody talks.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
for sure.
So no one ever teaches you that that's the rule behind it. You just always have inherently known that.
Yeah, I've always said you don't really get to know the in and outs of a language until you have to start writing it, because then the rules come into play.
For sure.
Well, even then, I think you don't understand the in and outs of a language until you have to learn how to teach it to people who don't know the language. Like, once you realize that, you realize how many idioms we use in our language that we don't realize that we use. How much slang is in a language that is just par for the course. Like that. Par for the course. That is an idiom. But it's just part of the vernacular, so it's stupid. Languages. That's been language land.
Yep.
Okay.
But we're not in language land right now. We are in fantasy land.
We are.
Wow.
Okay, so we have to make sure we did shout out the floating house and the gnomes, which reminds me of David the Gnome.
Yeah,
makes me happy. That TV show was so great.
I
think it was Canadian. Huh?
We had it too.
Was it Canadian though? I don't know who did that show, but
I don't know, but it was in Dutch for us.
Oh, it was totally in English for me, but it was adorable. They did little gnome kisses with their noses.
Aww.
And Swift the fox. Okay, so I need to know, I need somebody to do a fantasy house that's actually playable, though. I need you guys, if you make fantasy builds, tag us, but then also make one that's playable so that I can actually put it in my game. Because I don't want something in my game for aesthetic reasons. I want to actually play it. I want to make a hobbit to put in my hobbit home. So that's my call out to you guys, the listeners. If you are a builder and you're going to make a fantasy build, an Alice in Wonderland build, Ravenclaw common room build, Belle's library, if you will, Ariel's...
Oh God, if you make that, please, please, please let me know.
Ariel's underwater, that whole music scene when she doesn't show up in the clam. Do that. Do you remember that part in Little Mermaid? And then,
I don't like
we are the daughters of Triton, great father who loved us and trained us well. And then do all the girls' names.
Named us? Don't you mean named us well?
I did mean named us well. All the girls name off their names, and then all of a sudden here comes and our sister Ariel. She's not there.
Yeah. I don't like that movie. So
I'm sorry. What?
I don't like it. It's not my favorite.
I'm gonna agree with Ava here.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Podcast over.
I have broken. Oh dear Lord!
We broke vanity.
Oh.
Oh, we did. This is the longest she's been quiet.
Melissa's right. Gonna make a dude like me, but changing my feet. She's angry. Oh god, we need to stop talking. God, quick. Did you know that The Sims 3 had an Alice in Wonderland themed collection of buy mode packs and build mode packs? There was a bathroom pack and a bedroom pack. There was the Through the Spyglass bathroom, and then the bedroom set was just called Through the Spyglass. They were amazing. They had things like a wonky end tables called the Rose Dresser. They had a little tiny mushroom lamp. They had the Lock and Key painting, which was one of my favorite paintings, which is a frame that was like a gilded frame shaped like a lock, like a keyhole with like a scene from Alice in Wonderland in it. It was like the mushrooms with like a checkerboard path like running through it. It was really, really nice. The bed was cool because it was all patchwork. It was a single bed, and the headboard was like really tall, and it curled inwards, and it was all patchwork. It was great. And my absolute favorite thing about this packs, I think that one was particularly in the bathroom pack. They had a wall sconce, right? A wall lamp, which was a teacup sticking out of the wall. No, a teapot sticking out of the wall, pouring tea into a teacup. And it was a lamp, and it was the greatest thing, and it was in all my houses.
Sounds adorable.
It was pretty good.
So, Through the Looking Glass, is that not what just The Sims just renamed it, or is that not what we?
Well, it was called Through the Spyglass in The Sims, but that would be a play on, I'm assuming, the second Alice book, Through the Looking Glass, Alice's Adventures Through the Looking Glass.
I'm just making sure Through the Looking Glass was common words.
Okay. No, it wasn't. They also had this little toothbrush holder, which was a little rabbit with a top hat.
Oh, that's adorable.
Made me very happy.
Really I just love kitschy shit, so I'm down for that. I'd have that in my house.
Yeah, no, you would have your fill of kitschy shit. They even had a fox painting.
Aww.
Yeah.
Foxes.
And the description for it was, it is said that curiosity often leads to trouble, but trouble is the best kind of fun, don't you think?
Ava, please record yourself reading the book to me, and I will.
You want me to audiobook that for you?
Yes, please.
Sure, let me get on that. I will.
Yay!
I mean, if you really want it, I will do it.
I really want it. Yes, I think it would soothe me when I can't sleep and don't want to listen to the sounds of the rainforest. Like a bougie mom.
Y'all are so funny.
Oh man. That is a quote from the book, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, I had no idea because I only read it in middle school, I think, and I barely read it.
How do you barely read it?
Okay, I definitely need to read it to you then.
Yes, I need you, Ava. Please.
I have so many copies of this book. Every time I find a new one that I like, I buy it.
Wow.
I have 3 or 4 copies right now.
Oh my God. I need to reread it. I haven't read it in such a long time.
Well, but to be fair, one of them is an old paperback version, and it's falling apart because I took it everywhere with me when I was in university, because that was a really stressful and mentally very taxing time for me. And that was kind of like my safety blanket. It was always in my bag.
That's so cute, though.
Look, they're good books, guys. They're great. They're my favorite.
They're good books.
I have a Cheshire Cat tattoo for a reason.
Yeah, my sister does too now. She just got a tattoo. We're all mad here, I think.
That's the one. Yeah, that's my tattoo.
Oh, my sister too.
I have a tattoo of that one. Yeah,
That's
it's
adorbs.
a good quote. It's a good quote.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you have Alice in Wonderland builds, fucking let me know because I want to see them because I love them.
I'm down for it. I want a playable one. Give me a playable build, guys. Thanks. I mean, I will see pictures of them too. Like, I want pictures of your builds. That's super great. But I want to actually have it in my game and play it.
Yes, that would be great.
Okay, so
Sorry.
now that we've talked about this for a while, how about we talk about some what just happens?
I just have
Yeah.
one more rec. Sorry.
Oh, you go.
Yeah, but if you wanna like read and learn a little bit more about creating fantasy builds, Sims VIP has a post from 2017 where they explain like floating houses and how to make it look like fantasy-esque with the roofs and everything. So check that out. It's called. It's actually called "How to Creating Fantasy Builds in The Sims 4." It's
Fancy
written by Haley Lauren. So
We're definitely gonna check that out. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not a builder, but I'm always willing to learn. And if you tell me how to do a thing, that will be very much appreciated.
Yeah. Okay, now do all the other stuff. What just happened?
Yes.
Tell me.
Okay, so I have actually a really adorable what just happened, but also comes into a shout out. All right, editor, we're back in. Okay, so we have a shout out and a what just happened from the same person, and it makes me happy because I really like this little email. Okay, so we're going to do the shout out first, and then I'll read you her what just happened. All right, so this was done via our Gmail, which is Under the Plumbob Podcast at gmail.com. Her name is Kiara. And, okay, so she said, "Hello from a young simmer. Hello, ladies. My name is Kiara, and I love your podcast. I'm almost 13 years old." I love that she said almost 13, by the way.
Aww.
That's so cute. And by far your youngest listener, probably.
Oh
But I
God,
love-
should we rename on the swearing if someone that young is listening to us?
Look,
No,
I told her, I was like, my bad, bro.
Kiara, we're sorry.
I'm so sorry. But I love you guys so much. I think I found the Sims franchise when I was about 10 or 11. Oh, my soul. I found very many YouTubers who play it, and I yearned to get it myself. But my family didn't have a computer or money for the game. So I went all those years not playing. But last year, I bought it. I bought it on a very old computer, which broke soon after playing it for a few hours. I mean, especially if it was Sims 3.
Rude.
Then I started playing it on the other computer, and I loved it. I played for about a day, and then that computer broke. Oh, sweetie, baby, honey, child. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
I found your podcast, and I was watching one of my favorite simmers. Is it Claire? Is it Siobhan?
Claire Siobhan?
Yeah, okay. Because it's Siobhan, but I'm pretty sure it's Siobhan.
It's Siobhan.
Claire Siobhan.
We've been over this, Vanity.
I know we have. I just wanted to make sure. She did the 7 toddler challenge. I saw the thing on the screen and heard it was a podcast. And no joke, I found it on Google Play and immediately subscribed. I love you.
Yes.
I fell in love, and at this point, I knew a lot about The Sims, but I wanted to know more. Your podcast helped me. I love this podcast so much that I even made a video on my channel dedicated to your podcast.
What? I have to go watch that.
I think most of my free time is listening to the podcast over and over again. My heart is swelling. I've probably listened to every episode at least 3 times already. I may be a young child. Oh, sweetie summer child. But I love listening to your tangents and conversations. We also have the same humor. So I usually end up laughing so loud that my friends and family give me a weird look. I love you all so, so much, but now it's time for me to get back to the real world.
Honey!
I love her so much.
That's so fucking sweet.
Like, I read this while I was at work, guys, because I was at work and the email popped up and I read it and I squealed, and my coworker was like, "What are you squealing about?" I'm like, "I read this email. I read the email," and I said it like that too. It was super awkward. All right, so she also sent us a what just happened. So first of all, oh, the sweet summer child is so great. I love her. All right, so she said, "Ha! I have an amazing what just happened. Are you ready for it? I give Vanity permission to sing. Ding, 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 tink. That was my Ready for It song for you, Kiara. You're welcome.
Oh my God.
Anyway, this not happened to me, but to my best friend. She plays Sims Mobile on her phone, and she is a crazy person, so no surprise she's a crazy simmer. She refuses to play Sims 4 because she doesn't like the graphics, and she does that little, like, shrug emoji. I'm gonna go Kanye shrug. Like, I'm sorry, what? You don't like the graphics? But you play on your phone? Okay. In Sims Mobile, you must complete timestamp challenges like getting married and having a child. So she made her 2 Sims and had them get married. She decided to spice up her game and made both the Sims cheat on each other. One day, the wife walks by the husband making out with this other woman. The wife just smiles and waves with a cheerful "sul-sul." But wait, there's more. The husband woohoos with the woman he is cheating on his wife with, and she becomes pregnant. Somehow, after the baby is born, it goes to live with the husband. Now, I have told you that my friend is crazy, and this is because she places the baby's crib in front of the wedding arch she got married at. Stop. That's horrible.
Wow.
Hold on. No. So so that every time he sees the baby, he gets reminded that he cheated on his wife. And this wife is not too smart. My friend will send her to feed the baby, and she naturally does it without having a fit. Remember, the wife is also cheating on the husband, but I have no stories on that currently. To top it all off, the husband is cheating on the woman who he had a baby with another woman. So his husband is Don Lothario.
That's what I'm getting out of it, yeah.
I can't. So the fact that she put that crib in front of the wedding arch is hilarious. So he just walks by. Oh, I got married here. Oh, here's my bastard child, pretty much. It's great. Kiara, you crack me up, and I love you. If we remember, I'm going to shout you out every episode because I want you to.
Yes.
Kiara,
that was amazing.
We love you.
Thanks,
also, Tim
Kiara.
from Seattle-ish. You love you too.
Oh God, Tim. I love Tim.
See? We love you guys. We do. And we do appreciate you listening. Next level salt. Right? Okay, so that's I wanted to make sure that I got on this episode just for you, Kiara. That's all I had to say. That was it.
Well, that was adorable, and I loved it.
That was adorbs.
Okay,
I just love kids playing and kids being really passionate about playing. Sorry that I call you a kid, Kiara, but that's your child.
You're a child. I really do apologize for all the swearing. I hope that you're okay with that. I don't know where you're from. I don't know if that's like a thing. I hope you're not from like Utah or something.
Yes, please maybe don't repeat everything you hear on this podcast. I don't want your mom to get pissed at me. Moms are scary.
And that whole ABC challenge with the holes. Yeah.
Excuse me.
What?
That was all I had to say. I love holes.
I know, but that whole episode got real dirty real quick.
Oh, God.
Okay. Anywho. And we want to do a mod review, but we need help from you guys. Which mod should we review? There's so many, so we want to make sure that, like, which one do you want to hear us review? And especially if we never played it, that'd be fun. So give us a mod. Shoot us an email, undertheplumbob@gmail.com. Slide into our DMs on Instagram or Twitter, where you will find us at Plumbobcast. I don't know, can you DM on Reddit? Because there's a Plumbob Podcast on that. You can talk to us in our messenger on Facebook or Tumblr, which we're Under the Plumbob Podcast. You can even go to our website, which is undertheplumbob.com, and there's a contact form, which also links to our email. I mean, that's how you can let us know what mod you want to use. Also, just contact us in general. Say, hey. You like that? You like that social media plugs that I just did in a question? I was very proud of myself. Okay, so we are also going to be on Twitch and YouTube, which is Under the Plumbob Podcast. The YouTube's really cool because all of the older episodes, Roxy is putting onto YouTube, and she's playing The Sims with no sound, and then the episode itself is playing while she's just playing The Sims. So it's really cool and kind of interesting to listen to our old episodes. I apologize in advance for my mic in the first, 3-4 episodes, because it gets a little shitty. But it gets better, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the first couple episodes are being streamed on YouTube. Follow us on Twitch. We do a Saturday stream, right? Yes, we do a Saturday morning stream. So that's always fun. And you can watch them streaming Sims games, a lot of sometimes old school Sims, even like Sims 2. Did we try that? Did that work? Did Sims 2 work?
It did.
Okay.
Yep.
Which is fun because I don't have Sims 2 anymore, so it's really cool to be able to like watch Sims 2 things like all the fun like Veronavilles and stuff like that. Anyway.
We did the Brokes last time.
And it was so much fun to watch.
It was.
It really brought out the nostalgia for all of us watching, I think.
Yeah, yep, absolutely.
Unfortunately, I'm at work during those streams, so I have to catch them on the replay. But yes.
Aww.
I know, every time. All right. And one of our Simizens, who's Dom, who we love oh so much, NerdyDude247 on Twitter, he is our console expert. So he has weekly posts on Tumblr, and it's Under the Console, under-the-console. And that is, he talks about console-related things, because none of us are console players. Also, just like, yeah, Dom's cool, so go give him love. You can subscribe, rate, and review us on Apple, Stitcher, TuneIn, Spotify, Google Play, Pandora, and pretty much anywhere you're listening. For some reason, Apple and Spotify are the ones that matter, like ratings-wise. So please subscribe and rate and review on those specifically. Because that's the one that like makes people, it pushes us up, and the people can see us and love us and listen to us. Like Kiara, like she got us because of YouTube. So I mean, maybe just put our names out there so people can find us. Oh, and guys, we finally hit 100 reviews on Apple.
We sure did.
Since we don't have an air cannon, because Melissa didn't put it in. But...
beep, 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 beep.
But we would like more. 100 reviews. Yeah. So now our new goal is 200. You like that? I just made that up.
Our new goal is 500. So if you're in quarantine, please tell your friends about our podcast. If you're quarantined, if you want to do stuff, listen, give us reviews. If you don't like us, review, but please don't.
Don't say anything. This is the thing also. This is the perfect quarantine activity. You can listen to our podcast. Maybe you can, you know what? You don't have to hydrate. Go ahead and get yourself a nice alcoholic beverage if you're able to drink in your country at that level, because you're not going anywhere.
Get the good kind of Corona.
Yes. And as a Texan, I will tell you, they have Corona-ritas, which are margaritas with a little mini Corona in there. It's a beer-rita, basically. I highly recommend them if you do. They're great.
They put a little bit of the virus in the drink?
A little bit of virus. No, but I highly recommend a beer-rita if you've never had one. But yes, since you're stuck at home anyway, go ahead. Take a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
drink all the alcohol.
Drink it all. What else are you going to do? But you can listen to our podcast, and then you can also watch our YouTube and our, Twitch, and play The Sims, man. What else are you going to do? Stuck at home, possibly with crotch goblins running around. Like, I don't know.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's your room Sorry. Slid that in there. Kiara,
No,
you
don't
can't drink.
apologize.
Kiara, you can drink chocolate milk. Chalky milk. Yes.
Or what's it called? Kitty bowl?
Or get that first.
What the hell is Kitty Bowl? Is that like Red Bull for kids?
No, it's like champagne for kids without alcohol.
Sparkling wine.
No, but without alcohol.
Yeah. So sparkling cider. Sparkling cider, which is non-alcoholic. Yeah, do that. Kiara, we don't condone you drinking at all. Don't do it. Drinking is bad, okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, and if you live in America, you're going to have to wait until you're 21, which sucks.
Yeah. 21. Or in Texas, under 21, as long as your parents are at the table with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that, though.
If your parents are there, you can order a drink.
In Sweden, you can order drinks out when you're 18, but you have to, because we don't sell alcohol in stores. We have a special store for alcohol. So you have to be 20 to buy store alcohol, like wine and stuff. But you can go out and party when you're 18.
21 here.
Yeah.
All right. So if you want to hear more or the unedited version of pretty much our episodes as we kind of deem they're good, we'll on our Patreon, you can follow us on Patreon. So you can donate $1 here or more if you just feeling froggy, and you can get into our Discord channel. And I think if you do, is it 3 or 5 that gets you the bonus episodes? I think it's Top Hat Money. Top Hat Money gets you the bonus episodes, so you get to hear our After Dark episodes. We have one on Wicked Whims, one two-parter. We've got lots of bloopers and things like that. So, I mean, donate. You get stuff. We promise.
Yep.
But even $1 gets you on the Discord chat, so that means you can talk to us all day. I have anxiety about missing conversations, so I'm in there in and out. But I mean, I'm there.
I have it on my phone, so I get notifications all the time.
Same.
All the time.
We also have merch. There's a link on our website to our merch. You can get hoodies and Team Tangent water bottles. You can get all kinds of stuff. You can get little bags. It's fun. Wear us and promote us. Be our street team.
Please. What else are you gonna do?
What else?
It's Corona time.
Thanks also to all of our Sims fan sites out there. Sims VIP, EA. We actually did the EA website. That's where we got those top 10 builds. Sims Wiki. Carl, I'll always thank you because I love you, husband Carl. Anybody else? Scotty Sims.
Yes, thank you for existing, building stuff. We love you.
Any Jerry Springer final thoughts, guys?
Gingy for Julia, thank you.
Yes, Gingy for Julia. Gingy for Julia, always. All right, and then we want to thank you guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for tweeting and telling the world about us. Thank you for existing. If there's anything that you want us to do or questions, comments, concerns you have, you slide into any of those social medias or the Gmail and let us know. I am forever attached to the Gmail. It's on my phone, so I'll see it.
Yes. And we're very approachable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we won't bite your head off, I promise.
If you want to hear Ava talk more about the movies she loves so much and dearly, please join our Patreon.
Or if you want to hear me read Alice in Wonderland, if you want that as a bedtime story, sure, let me know.
Okay, I need more people to want this so it happens. And we need to pay Ava so she can quit her job and do this for us. So let's go, people.
I mean, I'm here for it.
You know what? If we reach 120 reviews, I'll do it.
Wow,
I'll do the first book at 120 and the second book at 150.
Oh my god.
I'm down for this. I'm silly with that, guys. We got goals.
Or maybe I should do that as a Patreon goal.
No, it's just for me.
Fine, I'll do it just for you, and we can release it as a Patreon goal or something.
That's true.
Good, I can practice my British accent then.
Oh, fun.
I'm so excited about this.
It's not very good.
Neither is mine, but I still do it. All right, guys.
Okay, let's end this in a British accent then. Thank you kindly.
That was not a British accent. What was that?
It was like more like Southern kind of. I thank you kindly, man.
I think you can. I only know how to do a Southern
I
accent.
tip my 10-gallon hat to you. Oh my lord, I'm getting the vapors.
Masters.
I just don't know what Southern Blanche Devereaux ass people y'all are talking about, but okay. The real Southern person over here is going to go ahead and go eat so that she can go to work and hope nobody coughs on her, because that's the real world.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go back to staying inside and playing video games all day, aka my life. So
How I wish that was mine.
Now people are coming to me like, God, what are we gonna do if we're not allowed to go outside? Well, let me tell you, this is an art that I have been perfecting over the course of 3 years. So I got some tips for y'all.
I have games I need to finish, like Outer Worlds. So.
Oh God, yeah, I need to continue that as well.
Oh, research iron for me.
Backlog.
All right, guys. Well, back to the real world we go. Make sure. Look, we usually say, make sure you always save your game, but also wash your hands, guys. Okay.
Please wash your hands. Don't
inside if you're sick.
People.
Yeah, stay inside if you're sick.
Don't
Do not spread this shit to other people. Let's just try to. This in.
We're gonna real talk here for a minute, but because I hear a lot of people, jokingly go, "Oh, it's okay if I catch it. I'm not gonna die." Look, as the daughter of an immunocompromised mother, I'm gonna tell you this: if my mom catches it, she's probably gonna die. So wash your fucking hands and don't fucking joke about not dying if you get sick. It ain't funny.
Same. As a daughter of immunocompromised father, I also say, don't be a dick. Wash your hands.
Yeah, it's not all about you, Karen.
It's never.
Karen.
It's never about you, Karen. Never. Okay. All right, guys. Well,
also stop hoarding toilet paper. Just saying.
Don't forget to save. Don't forget to wash your hands, and we'll catch you next time because we're going back to the real world.
Good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Badish. Dag dag.